Canadians. Hi, Pam.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
We're going down memory lane. It's kind of weird.
You know what? It is memory lane because my grandmother was an avid bingo player, and I must say we have a state-of-the-art bingo hall in Tilton, located in my district of Harbour Grace, Portagrave. And let me tell you, it draws crowds from far and near. So, if you're up for bingo, and I think it's every night of the week except for Monday, because there's another bingo held. I think it's Legion and Spaniards Bay on that night, so not to coincide with those nights. So, I think it's bingo. There's lots of bingo happening in the district, but I remember my grandmother was an avid bingo player. She always wanted me to come as a young child, but I never did. But I did get to visit the bingo hall a couple of times, actually, when I was campaigning, and they were kind enough to invite me up to call the first bingo.
No way!
I enjoyed it.
Wow,
Yeah.
I would never have the guts to call bingo like that. Going in cold, amateur.
And it is intense. And it's multiple cards. Like you say, you can't blink. It's definitely intense. But having said that, I'm all about having some pro basketball here in the province, and I'm rooting for a farm team, hopefully for the Raptors or the Boston Celtics.
That'd be lovely. Yeah, bring it on. Absolutely. We could talk about bingo all night. I got to say that's a wonderful conversation, and it's great how live radio works sometimes. You're just throwing these curveballs, and I'm absolutely pleased as punch that we took a moment to talk about the intense game, the athleticism of the bingo dabbers out there in Newfoundland and Labrador. And
hand-eye coordination, man. Hand-eye coordination.
Hand-eye coordination, and I'm going to say Ontario, because I've experienced it there, and those folks are veterans. But Pam Parsons, I'm sure there was something else on your mind. What is it?
Yes, there are a few topics that I want to talk about tonight. First and foremost, I want to send condolences out to you. As you know, we had a fatality there on the Veterans Memorial Highway in Conception Bay North just last week. Of course,
Yes.
Fatal accident. 3 lives were lost. And too many lives have been lost on this highway, Jonathan, which I'm sure you're familiar with. And so certainly want to send my sincere condolences out to those families. And, if you've taken a drive out over the veterans, you'll know that there are no passing lanes. I remember, actually, I was in high school when this road was constructed. And, there have been so many fatalities on the road. So obviously, there's a need for change. There's a need for improvement somewhere. And I just want to put it out there, of course. Many constituents have contacted me, of course, since last week regarding this, and discussions are happening. And I certainly have been and will be in touch with Minister Steve Crocker about this with Transportation and Works, because it's something that clearly needs to be examined. And I know also the Conception Bay North Joint Council is also very active, and this is a priority of them. I attend their meetings, monthly meetings, and the veterans, of course, always comes up on the agenda or in free discussion. So it's something that will be ongoing, and I just wanted to put that out there. But some good news.
I think that's important, but I think it also behooves us to mention that Smokey the Bear used to say only you can prevent forest fires. We need to slow the hell down, and I think we need to drill that into our kids in the schools, like we used to be drilled to yell at our neighbors if they littered on the street. We'd scream out "litter bug." Remember that? We need to do that when you're in a car. You need to say, "Mom or Dad, slow the dickens down."
Well, you do, and we also, no matter, we have a lot of different weather conditions, here in our province. We have a lot of rain on times, obviously the snow. So we have to drive according to the weather conditions. And again, that the speed limit of the Veterans Memorial is 100 kilometers. However, no passing lanes. And oftentimes you get drivers who are sometimes doing 70. You get drivers who are doing faster. But again, let's use our judgment. But certainly it is a priority. So I want to say that, and again, sincere condolences and heartfelt prayers out to the families.
From us as well, and thank you very much. And let's, with respect, leave that where it is, because it's a hard topic to deal with. But to me, it breaks my heart when I see people pass us when we're going the speed limit on the veterans, and it just boils my blood. But Pam Parsons, you had some other news tonight. Let's go to that, please.
Yeah, some other news, some great news actually.
Good.
And it's for the town of Upper Island Cove. Upper Island Cove, the municipality, as well as Bishop's Cove and the municipality of Bryant's Cove. This is something, Jonathan, when I was campaigning, hitting the campaign trails prior to the election, it was made clear to me by the volunteer firefighters in Upper Island Cove, along with residents in Upper Island Cove, that a medical rescue unit truck is desperately needed for the fleet in that volunteer department. Just a little bit of a background. Upper Island Cove, it's a unique geography, and it's said that given the unique geography, the fire department are able to respond faster than an ambulance. Given the rare conditions here in this particular area.
Okay.
And so they respond to a lot of medical calls, not necessarily a fire, but a lot of medical calls. And so this was something that they've made clear. I mean, every community event I attended, every breakfast out there for their volunteer firefighters and for their dinners, and this was something that was made very clear to myself, and I know MP Ken MacDonald can attest to that as well. And I'm happy to say, last year I had to, at their fireman's ball, I said, guys, I'd like to be saying, this year, yes, we got that truck, but I'm happy to say that finally this has become reality. Just last week, just the week prior to last, myself and Minister Eddie Joyce for Fire and Emergency Services were out there, and of course along with the municipality of Upper Island Cove, and we were proud to announce that truck, and it's valued at $278,000.
Wow!
And and I mean, it's a cost share. It will be a cost share formula. It's 80-20, so of course the municipality taking 20% of the cost, and the province obviously 80%. But, and a hats off to all the volunteer firefighters that I have in the district of Harbour Grace, Portagrave. I mean, there's Harbour Grace, Bay Roberts, Spaniards Bay, Island Cove. And let me tell you, their dedication is second to none. So when you can do stuff like this, when you can help make stuff like this happen,
amazing.
It feels like $1 million.
Let's get that shiny vehicle down to Bay Roberts on I think it's the 7th or the 9th of October. We're going to be in town, a bunch of us doing a barbecue competition. That'll be so much fun to have that parked in the back, and we'll have a bit of a tailgate. What do you say?
That'd be awesome. So you're coming out in Bay Roberts?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Can't wait. Song stages and seafood, I talk about it all the time. That was a wonderful festival. We're bringing a posse out there. We're going to do some barbecue in early October. So I'll be in touch, and we'll put something together with your permission. But we do have to go to the break right now. But congratulations. That's great to know that there is a new emergency vehicle in that region. It's, it's far enough away from Bay Roberts and Harbour Grace that you need your own vehicle. So that's a good use of money as far as I'm concerned.
This is very true. And last but not least, I want to commend all councillors or potential councillors, people coming forward for our municipal elections. I heard Linda Ross on earlier tonight. I want to commend Linda. She's a leader. And, let's get women involved, at all levels, municipal, provincial, and federal. So hats off to everybody who's putting their name forward for this, and good luck to all.
Thank you very much, Pam Parsons. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. Take care.
Cheers. Bye-bye.